Your transmission is the most expensive component in your vehicle. We are talking anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 to replace. And right now, there is a good chance the fluid protecting it is quietly destroying it from the inside out. Not because of bad luck, because of a bad choice at the auto parts store that most drivers make without a second thought. Here is the thing, not all transmission fluids are created equal. Some are engineered to protect your gearbox at the molecular level, built to survive brutal thermal management cycles and the punishing friction demands of modern CVT transmissions. Others are little more than marketing gloss poured into a bottle with a premium price tag, and the difference between those two categories can mean the difference between a transmission that lasts 200,000 miles and one that grenades itself at 90,000. Today, we are naming names. 3 brands you need to pull off your list permanently, and 6 that have actually earned the right to go inside your vehicle. Let us establish something before we get into the brands. Transmission fluid is not just a lubricant, it is a hydraulic fluid, a cooling agent, a friction modifier, and a cleaning agent, all at the same time. Modern automatic transmissions and continuously variable transmissions run tolerances so tight that the wrong fluid can accelerate clutch pack wear within 10,000 miles. You will not feel it immediately. You will feel it when the bill arrives. And get this, the average driver changes their transmission fluid once every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, if they change it at all. That means the fluid you choose is going to be doing its job under extreme heat, oxidation stress, and mechanical shearing for years at a time. A fluid that degrades fast does not just fail to protect, it actively becomes an abrasive. Translation: bad fluid stops being a lubricant and starts being sandpaper. Here is where it gets truly critical. Platform architecture has evolved dramatically in the last decade. 8-speed automatics, dual-clutch transmissions, and belt-driven CVTs all have radically different friction requirements. A fluid engineered for a 4-speed automatic from 2005 has no business being poured into a modern transmission. But cheap, generic brands sell exactly that. One formula for everything, because that is cheaper to manufacture and easier to market. The 3 brands to avoid. Brand to avoid. Number 1, Mag 1, generic ATF. Mag 1 makes some serviceable products in other categories. Their automatic transmission fluid, particularly the generic multi-vehicle formulation, is not one of them. The problem is not that it fails on day 1, the problem is its thermal stability curve. Under sustained high-temperature operation, think towing, mountain driving, stop-and-go city traffic in summer, Mag 1's generic ATF shows accelerated oxidation and viscosity breakdown compared to OEM spec fluids. Translation: the fluid gets thin when it matters most, and a thin fluid under load is a failing fluid. Independent viscosity testing at 100 degrees Celsius puts Mag 1's multi-vehicle ATF noticeably below the performance threshold of properly engineered alternatives. The real kicker is that they market this as a universal fluid suitable for virtually every vehicle on the road. That claim alone should make you deeply skeptical. There is no such thing as a truly universal transmission fluid for modern vehicles with platform-specific friction requirements. Brand to avoid number 2, Valvoline MaxLife, standard formulation. This one is going to be controversial. Valvoline is a legacy brand with genuine engineering history, and their full synthetic lines are genuinely competitive. But here is the thing, Valvoline MaxLife, in its standard, non-synthetic formulation, has a serious identity problem. It is marketed aggressively toward high-mileage vehicles as a kind of palliative care for aging transmissions. The additive package they use, specifically the seal swell conditioners, can cause issues in transmissions that do not need that intervention. If you pour MaxLife Standard into a healthy transmission with good seals, you are introducing a chemistry it was not designed for. Bottom line, this fluid confuses high-mileage marketing with high-performance engineering. The real damage comes from recommending it as a go-to general-use fluid. Customers who grab it off the shelf without reading the fine print are using a product engineered for a specific problem on transmissions that do not have that problem yet. You do not treat a patient who is not sick. And this fluid in the wrong application is absolutely a treatment looking for a disease. Brand to avoid number 3, Prestone Universal. ATF. Prestone built its reputation on coolant. They are competent in that space. Transmission fluid is a different animal entirely, and their Universal, a TF product, demonstrates exactly why brand diversification without engineering investment is dangerous to the consumer. Prestone's Universal ATF carries a dangerously broad compatibility claim, covering everything from older Dexron 2 specifications all the way through modern Mercon LV applications. Those are not even remotely similar formulations. Mercon LV is a low-viscosity, low-friction fluid engineered specifically for modern Ford 6- and 8-speed transmissions. Dexron 2 is a legacy specification from a different generation of transmission technology entirely. No single additive package serves both effectively. And get this, Prestone's thermal management performance in CVT applications specifically is well below what those transmissions require. CVT transmissions run at higher sustained operating temperatures than conventional automatics, and they require fluids with exceptional shear stability. Prestone Universal fails that test. Using it in a CVT is the mechanical equivalent of putting regular unleaded in a vehicle that requires premium, except the consequences are far more expensive. Before we get into the 6 brands that actually deliver, do us a favor, smash that subscribe button and hit the like. We do not run sponsored content. We do not accept brand deals. Everything on this channel is funded by you watching and engaging. If this video saves your transmission, that like costs you nothing. That subscription costs you nothing. Do it now and let us keep doing what we do. The 6 brands that actually last. Brand number 1, Genuine OEM Fluid. This is non-negotiable as the number 1 recommendation, not a brand in the conventional sense, but a category that must lead this list. Toyota's WS Fluid, Honda's DW1, BMW's Lifetime Fluid, ZF Lifeguard 8, these are fluids engineered by the same teams that designed the transmissions they go into. The friction coefficients, the viscosity index, the additive package, all of it is dialed into the exact tolerances of that specific platform architecture. Here is the thing, OEM fluid from the dealership is often only a few dollars more per quart than premium aftermarket alternatives. The cost argument against using it is weaker than most people think. Brand number 2, Redline Synthetic. ATF Redline is the industry's North Star when it comes to transmission fluid engineering. Their synthetic ATF products use ester-based base stocks that provide superior film strength and oxidation resistance compared to conventional Group 3 synthetics. Translation: Redline fluid maintains its protective properties far longer under thermal stress than virtually anything else on the aftermarket shelf. Their D6 ATF specifically has become the gold standard recommendation among performance enthusiasts and professional rebuilders for a reason. It consistently outperforms in shear stability testing, meaning it does not thin out under load. Brand number 3, AMSOIL Signature Series, ATF AMSOIL, has bulletproof engineering credibility in the synthetic lubricant space. Their Signature Series ATF is formulated with an additive package that meets or exceeds the specifications for Dexron 6, Mercon LV, Honda DW1, and Toyota WS applications. But unlike the cheap universal fluids, AMSOIL actually substantiates those claims with documented testing data. Their oxidation resistance at extended drain intervals is exceptional, making this a legitimate choice for drivers who extend service intervals in real-world use. Bottom line, if you are not using OEM fluid, AMSOIL is the closest aftermarket alternative to sleeping well at night. Brand number 4, Castrol Transmax. Full synthetic Castrol's full synthetic Transmax line is one of the most underrated transmission fluids in the mainstream retail market. Available at most major auto parts retailers, Castrol Transmax Full Synthetic delivers genuine Group 4 polyalpha olefin performance at a price point that makes it accessible to everyday drivers. The thermal management characteristics are particularly strong. Viscosity retention at operating temperature is where this fluid earns its reputation. For daily drivers in conventional automatic transmissions, this is a legitimate value play without compromising on protection. Brand number 5, Mobil 1 Synthetic ATF. Mobil 1's engine oil is legendary. Their synthetic ATF deserves equal recognition, and it does not get it. Mobil 1 Synthetic ATF provides exceptional low-temperature fluidity, critical for cold starts in northern climates, where transmission damage often begins before the fluid reaches operating temperature, alongside strong high-temperature stability. Their additive chemistry is specifically engineered for modern multiplate clutch packs, which means it delivers the right friction profile for smooth shifts without the clutch glazing you see with inferior fluids. This is a fluid with legitimate engineering behind it, not a marketing repackage. Brand number 6, Valvoline Full Synthetic ATF. Yes, Valvoline is on the avoid list and the recommended list. Here is the thing, these are fundamentally different products. Valvoline's Full Synthetic ATF, distinct from the MaxLife standard formulation we criticized earlier, is a genuinely competitive product. It uses a proper synthetic base stock, carries legitimate OEM equivalent specifications, and performs consistently in both conventional automatic and select CVT applications. The brand's dual presence on this list is itself a warning. Buy the right product within a brand, or you are rolling the dice. Always verify the specific product code and specification match before purchasing any transmission fluid, regardless of brand reputation. Here is the question of the day for the comments. What transmission fluid are you currently running, and has your dealer or shop ever tried to upsell you on a fluid change using a generic brand? Drop it below. We read every single comment, and your experience helps other owners make better decisions. We have seen some genuinely infuriating stories down there, and we want to hear yours. Now that you have the brands, here are the non-negotiable rules for purchasing. Rule 1. Always cross-reference the fluid specification code on your vehicle's dipstick or owner's manual against the fluid's claimed specification. Not the brand name, not the marketing language, the spec code. Dexron 6, Mercon LV, Toyota WS, Honda DW1, these are not interchangeable, and any fluid claiming to cover all of them simultaneously deserves serious scrutiny. Rule 2. Universal and multi-vehicle are marketing terms, not engineering certifications. A fluid that claims to work in every automatic transmission on the road is making a claim that the engineers at Toyota, BMW, and Ford, who spent years developing proprietary fluid specifications for their specific platform architectures, would find laughable. Treat universal claims as a red flag, not a selling point. Rule 3. Change intervals matter as much as the fluid itself. Even the best synthetic transmission fluid does not last forever. Under severe driving conditions, towing, frequent short trips, extreme temperature ranges, a 30,000 to 45,000 mile change interval is appropriate for most vehicles. Manufacturer recommendations are often conservative baseline figures developed for average conditions. Your driving is not average if you are working the vehicle hard. And the real kicker is this: the cost differential between cheap generic fluid and the correct high-quality fluid for your transmission is typically somewhere between $10 and $30 per service. Your transmission costs $3,000 to $10,000 to replace. The math on that is not complicated. Here is the bottom line. Your transmission does not care about clever packaging or aggressive marketing claims. It responds to chemistry. The right fluid in the right application at the right interval is one of the cheapest insurance policies in automotive ownership. The wrong fluid is a slow-motion repair bill you cannot see coming until it is too late. We built this video to save you from exactly that costly mistake. If you found it useful, share it with someone who is about to do a transmission service on their vehicle. Link it in a forum. Send it to your friend who just bought a used car and has no idea what fluid is in that gearbox right now. That is how this channel works. No algorithm games, no sponsored narratives, just information. The dealerships and the parts store shelf displays will never give you straight. We will see you in the next one.